Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look finally at what's leaking on the Fiesta ST150 behind me. Now as you can see we've had some glorious rain here today in the UK, we've got planes flying overhead, we've got people working on their houses as well, so I don't know what the volume's going to be like, but I might have to talk up a little bit so you can hear me. Bore off. So as you know, in the last video you see a leak in the boot of the car. We don't know where it's coming from, so however today I think we may have found the problem. Had a little sneaky look at it yesterday with my brother-in-law and we managed to pour some water over certain areas just to see where we could possibly find the leak. And you know that part that I've replaced about 32 times, the light gasket? Yeah, I think it's leaking from there. So let's go have a look, see what I've done, and then we can go on with the repair of it, hopefully. So you'd have to excuse the mess in the car. What we done yesterday, we took all of this part off, so that's all sort of down here, and then we started pouring water on the light. We poured water up here, we blocked all this bit off up here just to see where water was coming in from, and I thought it was coming in from up here. So what we've done, we actually went ahead and started peeling this away, and as you can see there's nothing, no cracks or anything underneath there, which is where I thought it would be coming from. There is a tiny little crack, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, just here. So what I'm going to do is clean all this up today, put some seam sealer down and sort of put some heavily at the end there, and then just squish this back down, and hopefully that will fix that little crack there. But water basically only runs off down this bit anyway, so it shouldn't really make too much of a difference. But if I take the light off I can show you where we found the leak. We poured water on this part here, and you'll be able to see, one sec. So with the light off, what we've done, like I say, we put a cloth here so no water could get past this point, just to rule out any sort of leaks from here and up here, etc. And then we poured water from here into this hole, thinking it might have been going into there, but nothing was coming out. As soon as you poured water on this section here, it was just all, you could just see it all coming through the car, so it was all coming through this gasket. What we are going to do today is I bought some seam sealer, like I said, for up here. And I'm going to apply it all around the light fixture here, because I have tried making my own foam backing, but that, I mean, that is soaked, it's not going to last 2 seconds. So if I put some seam sealer along the top here, water will basically just run off down the edges, and hopefully that'll be jobs are good on. So let's get all that prepared. Okay, so what I've done off camera is cleaned all this, which is the clip that goes into the car. So I've just used some of this, which is U-Pole System 20 fast dry and blah blah blah, pretty good degreaser. Used that, cleaned this bit, cleaned some of the lights off here. I've also got this stuff, which is Final Systems Perfection Refinished CS1 white waterproof sealant. So this is going to go around this bit, and then I'm going to do some on the roof bar, which I'll show you as well in a minute. So hopefully I'll be able to show you this on camera, but I need a bit of time and patience for this. I'm going to use this to put on this, but I'm not going to show on camera because it's just going to go everywhere. I'll show you once I've done it. Right, so as expected it's gone everywhere. However, that's what it looks like now. Then obviously I'm going to squish it onto the car. I'll try and show you that bit, and then we'll just clean up all around the edges, and hopefully that fixes the problem. So if I take you in here now, you can see obviously there's a bit of sealant at the top here, but I'm basically going to leave that, and it's all kind of squished around the edges here. I can't really see around the other side. I might just use my finger actually, just to make sure it's all properly sealed. The best thing is it's white, so you can't see it, and I'm never selling this car anyway, so it doesn't actually matter too much to me. I know that this is sealed, and if the new user ever buys it and they watch my YouTube videos, then they should know that this has been done. So I'm just going to sort of push that in place just to really squish that in, and just get that nicely sort of sealed. Let that dry for a bit, come back to it, and then I'll do the roof bar. But this is such a bad job. I'm not going to be able to film me doing the roof bar, but all I'm going to do is put a blob of it on here, and then if I show you here, you can kind of see the cracks there. So I'm just going to use my finger just to sort of smear it in, hide it, and hope for the best. Well, it's safe to say that that's a pretty neat job. Not pretty horrific to be fair, but you're never going to see all of that anyway, and I don't really care, because like I say, I'm never selling the car anyway. What I've done is I've applied some here because there was a few cracks, well, appeared to be cracks. Obviously there's that up there which I'll probably see a little bit, but again I don't care. And there was a little one just up there. So all of this has been done. So what I'm going to do, let this dry and then start rebuilding all of the car back together, because obviously I've not had a boot for a couple of months, so I've been trying to work out this problem. So let's get cracking with that. So there it is, that's the boot done. Now I have noticed that this is broken, which is good, so that's another fix that's come in soon. I've managed to unclip this bit, pull it, push it back, because it was like stuck not properly in here, and obviously look, they don't line up properly, which is weird, but whatever. So what I've done is I've managed to put all of the boot back together. I've left this carpet off of the side here because obviously I want to test the sealant and make sure no water's leaking into it. What I've done is left this balanced just a little bit, just to let that sealant go off. So I think a few more minutes and that should be okay, and we can test this. I can put this all back together and then call this a day. Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly check this, see if this is good or not. Hold the light, don't break the wires. Right, that's dried, solid. So we're going to do the water test. So let's do this test first. Oh my god, it's still leaking. If in doubt, put more sealant on it. Seems to have fixed the problem. Just added a load more sealant around here, and now I've got to let that dry, but I've just poured water in from the top all the way down here. It's run into this hole where I thought it might have been going into. It's run down here. This is where it started leaking from the first time. Now I've just sort of done that, and there's no, that was from earlier, but there's no drips now down here, which is good. So I think finally we have solved the problem. Okay, so hopefully that concludes today's video. Now I'm going to do a few more tests on it after the camera's turned off. I'm going to let that sealant dry, put everything back together, cleaned out all the boot, and we'll give it a little test later on. Fingers crossed that should solve the problem. I did have a little test and no water did come through once I'd applied all the sealant around, but we'll let it dry properly. We'll give the car a wash later, and then hopefully that concludes our problem, and that is the water leak fixed. Right, so if you made it this far to the end of the video, thanks very much for watching. If you are subscribed, thanks again. Please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, let me know how the video is doing. So if you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.